I was probably already like 9 years on the job, but I felt like those last 3 years really made me who I am sitting here right now.
Let's talk about your working journey. What's that been like as a hairdresser?
It's definitely had its ups and downs. I didn't actually want to do hairdressing. It wasn't on the cards for me. It wasn't in the books for me or anything like that. I actually wanted to study architecture. I didn't have the best school experience. I didn't like school or anything like that, but I needed an apprenticeship to leave school. So my hairdresser at the time, she was like, well, I need an apprentice. And I was like, well, I need to leave school. So she offered me Wednesday, Thursday and Saturdays. So I started at to leave school, and look, I'll admit, the first 3 years of your apprenticeship, they're hard work. You're at the bottom of the ladder, but you've got to work up your way up to, which I do think is the best thing though, is because you learn those key things about hairdressing, greeting a client, answering the phone, making a coffee and tea. So you're remembering, that's how like that client likes that coffee and tea. Cleaning up as you go, you're learning those things, not being messy and things like that. I've had my fair share of ups and downs of like, I am not doing this anymore. Who wants to do this? But then when I did go out on my own, I did have my first boss, Erin, who was absolutely amazing, an amazing hairdresser, cannot fault her. But it was just, I wasn't getting the education I needed from it. We just have to move on and stuff like that. Left on great terms. But then you go to someone who then is a bit more full on and you're like, okay. So then I ended up going out on my own when I was 20. Had my own salon for a bit there, but I then discovered traveling, which is a massive part of my life. I love traveling. So then I think I was probably a bit too young to be in the business perspective, having my own business. I kind of didn't really want to be there. And I worked in hospitality as well, tried that because I did my diploma in event management. So for a bit there, I actually was going to get out of hairdressing and not do it anymore. And I was like, I've given up. And then COVID happened. So then we obviously got shut down for a few years there. And then my first boss, actually, I contacted her and I was like, can I come back? I need a job. I've shut the salon. She was like, 100%, like come back. And then to be honest, I think that was the best 3 years of my life, because I actually reckon I'm the hairdresser I am today is because I went back and worked for her and learnt more off her and kind of got more of that confidence, which I was probably already like 9 years on the job, but I felt like those last 3 years really made me who I am sitting here right now. And then end of 2023, I was like, you know what, I can do this on my own. I'm going to go out again, which is, I'm glad I did the first time though, because this time I knew what to do differently. I knew what I wanted. I knew myself a bit more. I knew what clientele I was after, like what hair extension company, color companies I wanted to use. So then last year I started this and I haven't looked back. It's been amazing.